Show the master craftsman at work. Keep all the bats on Kenny's side, shall we? Kenny all thinks they're my bats, but I said, no, Kenny, they're yours. They just visit me. They're looking good. Good morning everyone, it's my last full day here. I was woken up by all this. Oh, look up there, it's all nice and snug. Bit work up there, very cosy. This ball turns up today, and don't really worry about all this weather. Just that bit up there to go. The gaps aren't very big up there. I'm just trying to get the day. When you see the daylight, that's when you know there's problems. But if it does come and get that wall finished, that wall totally, then it's just the front. So I'm not too worried about the front and the back. The longer, but the gap lengths are great. Matt's putting the insulation foam on the front. Obviously it's getting a lot darker, there's just one little bit over there. But he's shooting it from the outside, you can't really see. Second guessing a bit. Empty can. Empty can again. Matt putting on the reapers for holding up the tiles. Described himself as making a ladder.
Pretty much.
Them tech screws have got a good grip to them, haven't they?
Yeah. What, these?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's better than walking off how we do the roofs in the UK.
Yeah. It's
the
good.
Amount of timber in the UK, and the lads still work in this weather.
Yeah. Quite pleasant actually, isn't it?
Yeah, it's all right, mate. It's all right.
Temperature wise, it's
all
quite
right.
pleasant.
Everyone in the UK is going to be like, what are you going on about? It's a beautiful day today.
Yeah, that's right. And the bathroom, it's gone the other way now a bit, because I did have it all wooded up there, But I've had to take all that down because I haven't been able to check the hot water system. I've got the hot water system plumbed in, but I haven't been able to test it yet. And there's bound to be some leaks, so there's no point in doing that part of it. Also, we've got that plastered nicely, and I've looked at the idea of having some of this board at the back, which I think looks quite nice. And that side panels there just temporary at the moment, but I can't crack on with that because I spotted this beam here and got some worm in it, and then when I look further across, sorry, this one, big pun, this one here, we've got some dry rot in it and some more here, look. And there's no point in bodging it and then carrying on. So next time I come, I ain't got time to do it now, but next time I come, I'm going to take that beam out. I've got plenty of wood to replace it, and then I can continue with the build. But also when I come, I think that wall's going to be all the plaster's coming off that as well, because it's the muck aspect of the job that's getting the better of me, if I'm honest with you. Now I've been here that many times, that mucky all the time, and I think, when will it end? So the only way it'll end is by actually taking all the old plaster off, because that's what it is. It's the old plaster and mud that's the rubbish stuff. Got to be brackled out and then put back in with decent stuff, and then it should be a lot cleaner. So that's where we are with it. I did wire in a couple of sockets in here for these batteries to be run off. You can't see it, but it is in there, I'll show you. The rest of the time it's just tidying up, and now it's going to get changed and get ready for head off to the train station. So I'll catch you later. Well, I'm off today. One last look round before we go. The boys have been ever so good. We've got they're coming back to finish off because the wet weather, they couldn't get the reaper bars on. But we're secure. There's no rain coming in or anything. They're finishing that off. They've done a lovely job up there, sealing it all in. Just got one little bit in that corner to sort out, but he's coming back this afternoon after he's dropped me off. Just trying to think what I've done this week. Obviously we didn't get that window cut out. We've got the lintel in to put this window in, but that'll have to be on the next project. I think next time I come, I'm going to concentrate on getting rid of all of the mucky old plaster, because it's really got to me this time, the muck and the crap. This ceiling's all coming down as well, I think. I haven't made my mind up about that yet, but I've word with Kaz, but I think really it'd be better with that down. We'll have to have some up top there to put the tank in, obviously. Right, let's go show you what else is. I've been last 2 days just tidying up, sweeping through, because the rain's been a bit bad. A bit bad because I haven't tidied all this up yet. That's just going to render up there, but I'm not worried now because it's all actually, they've done what they're going to do. It'll be tiled by the time I come back. Didn't go on with this cupboard very far this time round. I went up another level, but that's all. Got the top of that finished off. Didn't go on with my plastering as much as I'd like to because I was having issues with this, but I've got built up around it and I'll be able to plaster that next time. It's one of them jobs that seems to take forever, but you just move on a little bit at a time. And obviously I'm at the ceiling level now, so it's not going to be too bad. A lot of muck and crap come from the building work above. It's really dark and manky in there. We've had a go with the batteries. They're on test at the moment. You can't really see in here now because of, obviously we've blocked the window in because we're going away. There's a window to go in there, but they haven't brought the slab, and you can't put the window until you put your slab down. We've ordered a slab, but it hasn't turned up yet, so again it'll have to wait till next time. This is pretty much as it was. This is another project for later on. Have a look down the garden. Looks more like a building site now. lots of wood from the original build, which will end up being firewood at some point. But we're doing all right. We're doing all right. Morning we decide to go. The sun comes out. That's Kenny's. Still looks scary, but he's done a lot this time he's been over. Along there's insulation to keep the bats and things out, and then you just cut it off with a knife and then plaster up to it. And the tiles are coming on next week sometime when the weather settles a bit. This will all change again probably the next half hour. Looking over the mountains. One last look before Matt comes to pick me up. And England bound. We're virtually about to board, so we should be in the air in the next 20 minutes. Now I've had a bit of good news since we've come back from holidays. The probate on the bungalow that we're buying has gone through, so within the next few days or weeks we should actually be moving. But I wanted to show Mark, my friend and builder from Portugal, my little project that I'd been doing. And this was my little shed that I built. This is just for you, Matt, to see the sort of things that us Brits get up to. Like you, we have to go to the rainwater, but I built this solar panel roof. Oh, let's move inside. This was Kaz's little gardening shed. This was my workspace. This was my den. Let's get it all done, and then we're moving. Never mind, I've got other projects I can be getting on with, haven't I? Yeah, that's my little shed. Quite a cosy little man cave. And the man cave at the new place is just a wooden shed. Never mind. Yeah, I'm sad to see this go, but I've had over 26 years here, and it's time to move on, as I say, into our last chapter of our life. Anyway, that was for you, Mark, just to show you what I'm leaving behind here. Well, sadly we've come to the end of all of these clips. It's been a nice journey to Portugal and back, and we've done a lot. I was just thinking the other day, now we've got a cold old winter to look forward to. But on a personal front, we're on the verge of moving to a bungalow, so that will keep me occupied, I think, for a bit longer. We plan to go over again in April, possibly. Just reflecting on what's been done over there and looking back at the
vlogs as I've been doing each of these episodes. While I was over there, I was umming and ahhing whether I'd actually done a lot of anything or whether it was just down to the boys, which obviously you pay for them and there's a lot more hands on the job. But it certainly helps to move the project along, and I'm feeling very optimistic because I was beginning to think that my age at 67, physically, whether I'd be able to do some of the stuff that was being done this time, and because of the heat and me not being acclimatised to it, being a pasty old Brit, I did realise that it was physically demanding. But now the biggest chunks of the heavy work have been done. Admittedly, I've had to pay for it, but it's been done professionally, and I've got no issues with it at all. And the guys were fantastic. And out of everything that I've done on this trip compared to all the other ones, I feel as though this meeting the guys, making friends with them all, and obviously paying them for doing the work and whatnot has been more than worthwhile to do. And I'd advise it to anyone that's having to go with themselves. Don't be frightened to ask for help, and certainly if you're playing at it a little bit, you've got building regs, etc., that you should really be considering, rather than just saying, "Oh, I'll do it my way." I've gone down that route a bit with some of the bits I've done, and I realised afterwards that perhaps I didn't do it right. Certainly, having a go at making my own joists above windows and things like that, which failed miserably. Not only was it a waste of money, it was a waste of time. And when you're over there and your time's limited, that's one thing you can't afford to do. So I feel now that I look at this project now, and although there's a lot of moans in it from me about the dust and the muck, what do they say? You can't you can't make an omelette without cracking eggs. So all the crappy, mucky, dusty stuff, there's still some more to be had, but I can actually see some light at the end of the tunnel with it all. So I'm going to call it a day for this one now. I shan't be putting much on here now because it's obviously about Portugal, and I'm stuck back in Blighty. But as things move on, I will put a few more episodes on. There is some issues with regards to, well, not issues actually, things that can help it move on a bit with me not being over there, because Mark's got a key now, and obviously I can instruct him about various aspects of moving the project on without me being there. Obviously, I can forward money to make sure the guys are getting paid, and also he can do little clips of filming to show me what is being done. And I think this will work quite out well, because one of the things I did want doing sooner rather than later was to protect the glass panels for the hot water system, because they were just propped up in the shed. Any damage and the whole system's going to be buggered, because I can't get any of them tubes for them or anything without a lot of issue, because they were brought over from England, and I don't know where you can get them from abroad, that model and make, because it's a second-hand system that I bought. I know it works because we had it working in England. So I want them on the roof. Well, Mark is going to attempt to put them on the roof in my absence once we've organised some clips, as is with the solar panels again, because now we've got the roof on how we want it. We can actually mount the solar panels, even though we're not particularly plumbing them in at the moment. They can be fitted, which will make it safer rather than being just put on the shed, basically. Right, I'm going to call that it for the time being. I'll thank you again for looking, and we'll talk to you in the new year, seeing as we're creeping over towards December. So I will wish you an early Christmas, and we'll see you next year. Thanks again for subscribing and liking. I do appreciate it.